What's going on, guys? Today we are at Green Mountain Harley Davidson in Essex Junction, Vermont, and we are taking out a Harley Davidson Classic. This is the 96 Bad Boy with a Springer front end. Look at this. It does not get any more awesome and old school than this. It's a beautiful bike. 5-speed, 4.2 gallon tank. It can do 0 to 60 in about 12 seconds. 78 foot-pounds of torque. Willie G was absolutely influential and instrumental in the design of this bike. He was kind of the father of this blacked out look. This was one of his babies. All the models came in black, and then you could get this turquoise paint on the front end if you wanted the striping. I think you could also get red if you wanted to, but they only made about 1,700 of these, I believe, according to the spec sheet, and these will still go at auction for about 18 to 20 grand. This one is a 96. It's got like 3,600 miles. That's 3,600 in 22 years, 23 years. So it's been a garage queen. It's in beautiful shape, and I think we need to put a lot more miles on it, so let's go. So let's talk about my criteria for a motorcycle. I told you guys the historical stuff there, you heard briefly, but now it's time to discuss what I look for in a bike. Number one, comfort. Gotta be comfy. If you're not comfy, you're not gonna have fun, and what's the point? This bike has comfort. It's not quite to a level maybe of a modern bike because the padding is old and not as thick, not quite as premium. Hey man. But yeah, the seat is comfy. It's nice and wide, which is great because I got a big butt. The foot position is perfect. Forward controls, I like it. Handlebar positioning, they come back to you. Those nice curved handlebars, I love it. Comfort on this bike is great. The only thing that I would have a slight complaint about, and this is just because I've grown up with more modern bikes, obviously. This bike just came out 1 year after I was born. I was born in 95. This thing came out in 96. So she's almost as old as me. But the vibration, carbureted engine, 5-speed, 1300cc engine, which is plenty of speed, and that we'll get to that in our next point. But the vibration is there, and that would probably be my only complaint for comfort, but that's what you get with an old school bike. I mean, you know, that's just par for the course. So as long as y'all are okay with that, and any diehard motorcycle rider should be, you guys will be fine. Handling. It's got not a terribly steep rake angle, so the handling, it's a little bit more difficult than, say, a 2019 or a more modern bike, I guess, like my Chieftain. I hate to compare it to the Chieftain, they're so different, but the rake angle is definitely not as steep, and so it's a little bit more effort to throw it over in the turns, but the handling is still great. I mean, I can still slalom with it here nice and easy, nice and comfy. Braking power, obviously no ABS back then. I don't think that was even a thing for motorcycles. Was it even a thing for cars in 96? I don't know. I was 1 year old. What do I know? But ABS, no, non-existent. So careful with the brakes. Don't want to lock them up. But it's an old school bike. I mean, that's to be expected. This bike is pristine. These bikes routinely go at auction for around 20 grand. And Green Mountain Harley's selling this one with 3,600 miles on it, and, well, it's climbing a little bit, because, hey, I'm riding it. But 3,600 miles in 23 years? Yeah, they're selling it for 15, and it's in pristine condition. I don't know who owned this bike, but they obviously didn't enjoy riding. I mean, that's just a sin to keep this thing in the garage for 23 years. I don't know what was wrong with them, but this bike needs to be ridden. It's fantastic. And plus, I mean, you have the extra value of Motoblade sat on it and reviewed it, so I don't know how you get any better than that. So we covered the comfort and the handling. Let's talk about speed. I'm loving this engine. It's only a 5-speed. But it's fun. It's fun. I think max speed is around 112. You don't need to get to 112 to have fun on this thing. It's awesome. I feel like I'm flying just doing 60 here. This is just badass. It's a 1300 something cc. I do not remember exactly the cc's on it. I will put that up on the screen for you all to see. But yeah, it's a fantastic engine. It's fun. It's fast. I don't know what more you want from it. I love watching the springs in the reflection of the headlamp, because when I brake, you can see those springs compress, and it just looks really cool. So we've talked comfort, handling, speed. Let's talk styling. You've got two big old turn signals up here in the front. Rear view mirrors are not bad. Obviously the vibrations make them kind of useless depending on what gear you're in. But the styling overall, it screams Willie G. If you are a fan of classic American bikes that just exude one of the most famous bike designers ever, Willie G, his heart and soul is in this bike. You look at it, and it may not be that easy to see when I'm sitting here on it, but you look at it from the side, from any angle, this bike just looks like a classic Willie G. And it's fantastic. And I don't know who wouldn't want that in their garage. It's beautiful. Classic American V-twin styling. Such an incredible looking bike. And I am having way too much fun out here, and honestly, I'm not quite sure where I am. They gave me directions, but I think I may have gotten off the beaten path somewhere, which I am totally fine with. But none of this looks like what they told me at the dealership. And I am good with that, because I'm having fun, and I don't know what more you could ask for on this bike. But I guess I should head back to the dealership, because they're going to think I stole this thing if I don't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this test ride and review of a 96 Harley Davidson Classic, the Bad Boy. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's a big red button down there. It says subscribe. Click the bell icon next to it. That'll give you guys notifications when there's new videos to watch right here on Motoblade. If you guys haven't checked out all the video work that I did for Green Mountain Harley's Battle of the Kings entry, be sure to go check that out on my channel. I'll throw a link to it on the screen and down in the description, but you definitely want to check out that video. We did a lot of fun stuff, and I'm so proud to be working with Green Mountain Harley up here in Vermont. They're great people over there. If you guys are in the area, please go check them out. They're such nice people. So until next time, y'all be careful out there. Ride safe. Ride on. I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.